Welcome back to the Engine House. I'm your host, Gandy Dancer, and today we're going to repair this transformer. This part here came in the mail, and it, of course, is for the knob for the whistle. Let me open this, and you can kind of see here these ridges on either side are, of course, where these would sit. So when you turn it, it grabs and it makes the locomotive whistle. And you can't see it from there, but this is minus the ridges. Anyway, now before we get started, you can see I already have the lid off. And this is mostly for new people getting into the hobby. A couple things about these older transformers. For starters, before taking anything apart, make sure it's unplugged. Okay? Excuse me. Also, when you get a transformer, this is 1950s. The other one I have is 1940s. You do want to take it apart. You do want to inspect it, okay? You want to look for corrosion, bare wires. This, of course, will be bare, but, that's the exception. You want to make sure nothing's rubbing. Nothing's obviously going to start a fire. You want to make sure your power cord. A lot of these older power cords will dry rot over time. So, you want to kind of bend it. Look for, you can see there's a little bit of dry rotting here, but I've already inspected this and it's nothing that's going to affect or short out or start a fire. Were I to find anything really bad on this, of course, the first thing I would do would be to take it apart, put a new cord on it. This one is not. I have inspected it. I have inspected the transformer when I got it to make sure it was not going to be a problem. And again, you're working with electricity, so make sure it's unplugged before taking it apart. I've already taken some of the stuff off, as you can see. And again, handy dandy little container here for stuff. I have to take this spring off, and there's a clip underneath here. So we're going to try and do that right now. Reading glasses help. And I'm going to try and take this spring off here without shooting it across the room. That was easy. Add it to the parts. And now I'm not 100% sure. We don't really need to take those off. We just need to move them out of the way, which is perfect, okay? Now, there is a clip under here that holds the bottom. It clips to right in here. It clips onto this and holds that in place. So we're going to try to get that off without damaging it. Small screwdrivers and probably a pair of pliers are going to work for this. We'll see what we can do. We want to walk that kind of up off of there. We may let's get a screwdriver in here. These things can be a bit of a problem at times to get off. I know there's a way you can do it where you can squeeze it and pop it off, but I can't get enough room in there to do it like I'd like to. And I also cannot see exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to kind of try to work that off. And I think what I might do is just try to lock that back there for now. That'll help some, keep that from moving. And let's get this. Yeah, we want to work that off. And again, I know there's probably a tool and there's probably an easier way to do this, and somebody's going to say, hey, you should have done this. Well, maybe I should. I don't have a lot of the tools I would like to have to do this kind of work, so I do with what I have on hand, of course. And we will eventually get this off of here, one way or the other. It'll come off. I don't want to damage it because, again, I don't want to be hunting down more parts. Let's try a bit of a larger screwdriver here and see if we can't work this out. There, that's having a little better luck here. And I'm sucking on a throat lozenger. This weather has my throat just really torn up. So if I'm sound kind of funny, it's because I'm sucking on a throat lozenger here. And now, since this one is already messed up, I got part of this off, or part of it, you know, up further here. And we'll just work this slowly. There we go. That's coming. And trying to make sure I don't damage any of the other components behind it. There's some soldered wires back there, and I don't want to. There we are. A little more difficult than I would like. Okay, and that, of course, has to go back on, and that goes right there on that. So we'll put that on. Anyway, as you can see here, I'll show the difference. Okay, you can see this one is from probably a long time of having a pair of pliers used on it, and it's pretty well shot. Now, while I've got that where it is, let me remove this out of my way and a little isopropyl alcohol here and clean some of this. And of course, I dropped the Q-tip down in the alcohol. I'm doing good today, guys. Okay. We want to clean some of that dirt. There we go. There's a lot of dirt and dust in there, as you can see. We want to kind of get that. And then we want to clean this. Just, I mean, you know, it's not really all that necessary, but I don't know about you, but I don't like having grease all over my hands, especially when I'm trying to put something back together. It tends to cause more problems than it's worth at times. Okay, so we put this in here. We put that over it. And now comes the fun part. We get to, let's try and get that started on there. And of course, that's not and it would appear something here. Well, that is did we drop something? course, sets over there like it should, and that's slightly smaller, as is this. Of course, this needs to be cleaned. Now, let me put the spring back on. This, by the way, is a reproduction part, so it is the correct one. I'm just not so sure here if it is going to work, because it appears to be a little bit smaller and looser in the hole than I would think it should be. And now we're going to put this on. Okay. Put that on. And, oh, I see what the problem is here. This is broken right here. I see this is going to be a bit of a problem. So, and not to, I am going to have to probably solder that. So, I'm going to do that off camera, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to finish it. Because I can't solder that sitting here right now, and I'm going to need to have power for that. So I'm going to solder this, and then I will come back and we will finish the video. Okay? So we'll see here in a bit. Okay, well, that clip was broken, but I wanted to go ahead and get this finished up. I will probably end up buying another clip. I did make it work. This appears to be slightly looser in the hole than the original one, so it would appear that the reproduction part is just slightly smaller. Not a real big deal here. And again, once I get moved and settled in and start, you know, messing with this stuff a lot more, what I could probably do is put a collar of some sort on that to kind of tighten that up a little bit in the hole. Okay, but for right now, it is working. And again, this older one, this piece here that sits in the plastic hole, this one appears to be a little bigger than the reproduction part. So, I mean, it's not a great big deal, really. It will work. You know, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a real big issue with it whistling right now. But again, I will deal with it at a later date. Even this, you can tell, is just slightly looser in this than it would normally be. I did make the clip work, though, without, it would not take soldered no matter what I did. But I did manage to make it work, and I went ahead and put it in there. So, in the meantime, the other thing I need to do now is to make sure I line everything up right. This back here, of course, take this. This needs to, there, this has a place to sit, and it sits. There's notches there, and there. That's pretty much where it should be. I have a headlamp here to kind of help me. Yeah, okay, that's where it should be. We can go ahead and put the screws back in. And again, the problem with trying to do some of this stuff when you're in the middle of packing and moving, I only have so much time, so I do what I can. It'll get packed up, and I'll probably end up taking it apart again back when we're settled in and moved. I also have one hole here, this one here, for whatever reason, Oh, sometimes it grabs, sometimes it does not. Today it's going to grab. And again, this thing is probably, yeah, this is 1950s. So, you know, um, but I might need a little brass collar for that. And I'm not going to hunt down one right now. That would mean going into town, going through the hardware store right now. And it can wait. I won't be doing much more with locomotives until after we've moved. I'm going to be packing a lot of this stuff up here in the next few days. So, and you know, I wouldn't normally have put this together with a broken clip like it is on the bottom, but it is holding. Except for I find it's easier to keep all the parts with the thing than to you know, have them scattered and risk losing them. So that's the reason it's going to have everything put together. And there we go. And of course, this is nice. This one, this side, this is off. This is full throttle. This side, this is off, and this is full throttle. Rather unique. I kind of like this. There's another one I like even better than this, and eventually I may pick it up. It's the one with the handles on the sides. I don't know if you've seen it. A lot of you have probably seen it. It's pretty nice. I do like this one though. Anyway, that's it for this video. Let me push this out of the way here for 1 second. Get this out of the way. Be right back. I said I'd be doing an unboxing. I will be. I'm waiting for one more package. It should be arrived today. I do have to leave the mountain tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. So I'll pick it up. It'll be in the mailbox. I'll pick it up, bring it home. And we're also going to lunch with some friends. So there will be an unboxing later on this week. And you'll get to see what we have here. So in the meantime, have a great day. And as you can also see, I have not packed the Dreyfuss version B away yet. It has been absolutely crazy around here. This will get packed up again. My workstation over here. It's we are starting to pack a little more this week and next week. So again, a lot of this will get packed up, and I will deal with it at the other end. And until then, I probably won't shoot another video after this one. It just depends. We're going to be traveling across the country. We're going to be stopping to visit family and doing a little sightseeing. So I won't really have much time until probably June. This is April. Next month, the rest of this month, next month, and until we get into our new place and get things out of the motorhome and off the trailers and put in the house, I won't be doing a lot. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have for now, and there'll be one more video later on this week. So bye for now.